The internet practically exploded the moment a few blurry airport photos started circulating online. The images showed Wang Yibo, yes, the Wang Yibo returning to China in a wheelchair. Fans were instantly flooded with worry, confusion, and disbelief. What happened to him? Was he injured? And why did Xiao Zhan, his longtime close friend and co-star, suddenly appear at the airport and rush to embrace him the moment he arrived? Let's dive deep into this heart-stirring moment that left fans around the world emotional. As we uncover what really happened behind this unexpected reunion that melted hearts across the fandom. The shocking sight at the airport. It all began with a few photos taken at Beijing Capital International Airport early in the morning. Wang Yibo had just returned from an overseas project, reportedly a film shoot that had been going on for several weeks. But instead of his usual confident stride, fans saw him being pushed in a wheelchair. He wore a cap pulled low over his face, a mask covering most of his features, and an oversized hoodie that made him look even smaller than usual. At first, some thought it might just be fatigue or jet lag. After all, Yibo is known for his intense work ethic, whether it's filming, racing, or dancing, he gives everything he's got. But when videos surfaced showing him wincing slightly while being helped out of the vehicle, the online world went into full panic mode. And then something even more unexpected happened. Just moments after he arrived, Xiao Zhan appeared. Yes, Xiao Zhan, dressed simply in jeans and a dark jacket, wearing a mask too, but anyone could recognize him from the way he walked fast, focused, determined. Fans couldn't believe their eyes when they saw him running straight toward Yibo, ignoring the flashing cameras, the chaos, the noise, and the crowd. The moment their eyes, this is real friendship, maybe even something deeper. Within hours, hashtags like hashtag Wang Yibo returns home, hashtag Xiao Zhan at the airport, and hashtag Yibo Zhan reunion trended on Weibo, X, formerly Twitter, and TikTok. Clips of the two were edited into emotional fan videos, accompanied by soft background music and heartfelt captions. People couldn't stop talking about how Xiao Zhan seemed genuinely worried. He wasn't there as a celebrity, he was there as someone who cared. You could see it in the way he held Yibo's shoulder protectively, in the way he guided the wheelchair carefully through the crowd, and how he even exchanged a few polite but firm words with the staff who tried to stop the chaos from getting out of hand. It wasn't just about concern, it was about connection. What really happened to Wang Yibo? So, what exactly caused this whole situation? After hours of speculation, a reliable source from the production team finally clarified things. During the final week of filming for Yibo's upcoming movie, he reportedly injured his leg while performing one of the action sequences himself. True to his perfectionist nature, he had insisted on doing the stunts without a double. Unfortunately, a wrong landing caused a muscle strain, and he was advised to rest and avoid putting pressure on the leg for a few weeks. The wheelchair, therefore, wasn't permanent, it was precautionary. But for fans, the sight was still enough to make their hearts ache. Yibo's agency released a brief statement thanking everyone for their concern and assuring them that he was recovering well. They emphasized that he just needed time and rest. But the damage, or rather, the emotional wave, had already been done. The moment had captured something raw and real. Xiao Zhan's unexpected appearance. What truly surprised everyone wasn't just Yibo's condition, it was Xiao Zhan's reaction. There had been rumors that the two had been keeping a low profile and hadn't interacted publicly for quite some time. Some fans even speculated that their friendship had cooled down due to their busy schedules and the pressure from constant media attention. But this airport moment told a completely different story. According to eyewitnesses, Xiao Zhan arrived quietly at the airport about 20 minutes before Yibo's flight landed. He didn't come with his team, just one assistant. He waited in a discreet corner, his hands in his pockets, eyes fixed on the arrival gate. When Yibo finally appeared, looking exhausted and pale, something in Xiao Zhan's expression softened instantly. Without hesitation, he moved toward him almost instinctively. It wasn't a staged moment. It wasn't a publicity stunt. It was genuine concern, one that didn't need words or explanations. The emotional reunion. Fans described the hug as a moment straight out of a movie. Xiao Zhan crouched slightly, his arms around Yibo, as if to reassure him that everything would be okay. Yibo, though clearly tired, smiled faintly and whispered something that made Xiao Zhan laugh quietly, a small, brief moment that somehow broke through all the tension. One fan who was at the scene shared, "You could feel the emotion in the air." Everyone suddenly went quiet. It wasn't about celebrities anymore, it was just two people who clearly cared deeply for each other. Security eventually stepped in to manage the situation as the crowd grew. but Xiao Zhan stayed beside Yibo until they reached the car. Before they left, Yibo gave a small wave to the fans, and Xiao Zhan gave a reassuring nod, as if to say, he's okay. Don't worry, behind the bond, for anyone who's followed Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan since their iconic drama The Untamed, this moment feels like a full-circle story. Back then, they portrayed characters whose bond went beyond words filled with trust, loyalty, and unspoken care. Off-screen, they built a friendship that mirrored much of that connection, despite the storms of fame and rumors that constantly surrounded them. There's something incredibly human about their dynamic. Both are known for their quiet, introverted personalities. Both faced immense public pressure, controversies, and expectations. Yet, time and again, they've shown that their connection runs deeper than just co-stars who shared a project. This airport scene reminded everyone that real bonds, no matter how private, always reveal themselves in moments of vulnerability. The internet's interpretation. Of course, as with anything involving Yibo and Xiao Zhan, the internet was quick to speculate. Some fans insisted it was pure friendship, a brotherly bond forged through years of mutual respect. Others, however, couldn't help but read it through a more romantic lens, especially given the intensity of Xiao Zhan's reaction. Regardless of interpretation, one thing everyone agreed on was how touching it was. Even people who weren't fans found themselves commenting on how beautiful the moment was. One viral tweet read, "You don't have to be a fan to see the genuine care in their eyes." That's real. For once, the internet didn't argue, it united in collective awe. Xiao Zhan's quiet message. A few hours after the incident, Xiao Zhan posted something simple but meaningful on Weibo. It was just a photo of the sky, with the caption, "Some journeys are harder than others, but it's good to be home." Fans immediately connected the dots. It wasn't a direct statement about Yibo, but it didn't need to be. The timing said everything. Xiao Zhan rarely posts anything vague or emotional without reason, and this one felt like a silent reassurance to those who were worried. Shortly after, Yibo's studio reposted it with a single emoji, a white heart. That subtle online exchange sent fans into a frenzy once again, because for those who followed them long enough, even small gestures mean everything. Media response and public admiration. Chinese media outlets quickly picked up the story, calling it one of the most heartfelt celebrity reunions of the year. Articles praised Xiao Zhan for his loyalty and kindness, and many netizens admired the way he handled the situation. No drama. No press statement, just genuine care. One commentator wrote, "In an industry where appearances often matter more than authenticity, moments like this remind us that some people still value connection over reputation." That line summed up exactly what fans felt. This wasn't about fanservice, publicity, or rumors, it was about humanity. Recovery and reassurance. As of the latest updates, Wang Yibo is resting at home and undergoing physiotherapy. His agency confirmed he'll be taking a short break before returning to his upcoming projects. Meanwhile, Xiao Zhan was spotted visiting him quietly a few days later, bringing what looked like food and a few gifts. Neighbors reportedly saw them laughing together on the balcony, a small but comforting sight that reassured everyone that Yibo is recovering well and that their friendship remains as strong as ever. It's the kind of friendship that doesn't need to be displayed on social media to prove its worth, it simply is. The moment that reminded everyone what matters. Sometimes, it takes a small moment like this to remind the world that behind the fame, lights, and cameras, these are just two people who share a genuine bond. They've faced challenges, rumors, distance, and pressure, but at the end of the day, they still show up for each other when it matters most. For fans who've supported them since The Untamed, this reunion was more than just news, it was emotional validation. It reminded everyone why they fell in love with Yibo and Xiao Zhan in the first place. Not just for their talent, but for their humanity. As the noise slowly fades and both stars retreat into their private worlds once again, the image of Xiao Zhan hugging Wang Yibo at the airport remains etched in everyone's memory. It's a simple act, yet it spoke louder than any interview or post ever could. Maybe that's what makes their bond so powerful, it doesn't need words. It just exists. So whether you're a longtime fan or just someone passing by this story, one thing's clear: in a world full of chaos and image-making, moments of genuine care still shine the brightest. And this Wang Yibo returning home in a wheelchair, met by Xiao Zhan's unguarded embrace, was one of those rare, unforgettable moments that remind us all what true friendship looks like.